This is episode 3 of the Spotlight, and we're here with Big Mike, aka Big Gucci. That's what people like to call him. But yeah, introduce yourself a little bit more.
My name Mike Jerrell, Michael Jerrell. Also go by Big Gucci. I'm a member of the football team, number 70, right tackle. Yeah.
All right, bet. So I put up a few stats. As you say, you play football. Uh, and just wanted to read these off real quick to you. See if these are accurate to you. So 2021 spring um, appeared and started in all 6 games. Named first team All GMAC. Blocked for the top scoring offense in the league while allowing just 3 sacks on the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, man. 2021 fall, named third team All GMAC, appeared and started all 12 games. Blocked for an offense that put up almost 200 yards per game. Allowed a conference low of 12 sacks this season,
Mm-hmm.
which means you were the best in the conference. 2022 last season, named D2. Well, actually this season that we're in now, named a D2 preseason top 100 uh player in D2Football.com.
Yep.
So all that's accurate, man. That's a big achievements, man. I guess that's one of the reasons why when the NFL coaches come through here, they talking to you every last one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, people look up to that. Like the younger players on the team, they look up to that.
Yeah.
They see that and they want to be like you, man. Like so, how like does that give you pressure? Like knowing that you the next person from Finley that's got a chance to go to the NFL and like the people that's looking up to you.
I mean, it don't give me pressure. I just, I don't know. I try not to think about it because, like, nothing's ever sure for 100% until it happens. Like, I try not to think about it, even though the coaches come through looking at me. I try not to think about, like, oh, yeah, I'm finna go to the league, this, that, and the other. Like, I don't even think about it. I just want to continue to do me and just lead by example. Just do what I've been doing. Don't change nothing up, except for work a little harder, and then making sure I I approach things the right way so the kids below me, the players below me, they can be like, oh, okay, this is how you do this, how you get to the next level. Do what Mike Jerrell did, or be better than Mike Jerrell. Handle things better than he handled them. Go approach practice better than he handled them. Work harder than what he did, so they can, you know,
Yeah,
be better than me.
understood. So when it comes to um hitting your goals, like becoming first team GMAC, third team GMAC, and stuff like that, are you ever satisfied when you get those achievements, or even when you had a D2 top 100 player, you was on that list? Are you when you see that, are you satisfied with that, or are you like, I gotta take it up another notch? I gotta show these people like that Mike Jarrell really him.
No, you can never be satisfied because at the end of the day, the moment you get satisfied with anything in life, somebody's gonna be right behind you wanting to take it from you. You get too comfortable, you that's when you start to slip. So you always gotta have that hunger is like, like I'm still grinding for this. You don't reach the top. You never reach the top at the end of the day. So you
Yeah,
gotta come with everything you do with like I'm still that same person before grinding to get the same achievements, if not more achievements. You gotta have that same hunger. You can't never get satisfied.
okay. So speaking of the league, man, there's a lot of people like coming from little league, then you go into middle school, you go into high school, and then college, and then I feel like it starts big and it just gets smaller and smaller and
Hmm.
smaller, like a pyramid. And at the top of that pyramid is the people that's in the NFL, and it's only a select few that even make it out of college out of all these colleges out here. And it's like it's it takes a certain type of player, a certain talent to actually make it there. And even your path is different because you're coming from D2, and you already got to fight for a spot going against people that's in D1,
Hmm.
and people even though the NFL coaches know that, they still decide to come to the Division 2 program and look at Mike Jarrell. Like they still believe that even though you're not at an FBS school, you're still good enough to play in the NFL. Do you think by you getting that chance and getting that look in and making it there will give Finley a better look, like give D2s overall a better look on their players and like that they can actually be good enough even though they don't play at the top level?
Yeah, I think it gives every, but not just Finley, like you said, everybody a D2 hope, because when I see another D2 player make it to the NFL, I'll be like, dang, that could be me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just inspiration. Like, no matter where you come from, whether you come from D2, any small school, FCS, D2, NAIA, D3, when you see players like start getting recruited by the NFL and they get picked up and they sign those 53-man contracts, it just give you hope that you're not wasting your time. Because some people be like, "Oh, you going to D2, you ain't finna make it to the league. Like,
Right.
you need to go D1, D1." We were so taught as high school students, like, it's D1 or die.
Yeah.
And like, it's really not D1 or die. Like, it's some good football play down here at D2. We just don't get all the glitz and glamour as the D1s. We don't get all the gear. We don't get all the fans, the ESPN
Right.
games. The bowl games, the bowl gifts. We just down here playing football. We basically just playing for the love of it, without all the stuff that come with it. And it just, when you see people from lower schools and schools that that don't get all that publicity, it excites you. I'm always excited for to see the next man from a small school,
Right.
go up to the league, because it just keeps the tradition on. Because so people don't say, no, I'm not. I don't want to go D2. I'm gonna go walk on to D1. No,
Yeah.
you come here to D2. You can play some good football, be the man at your school, and if you're good enough to make it to the NFL, the NFL gonna find you.
Right. That's speaking of that, it's like it's a different grind. Like when you come in, like you said, smaller schools, you gotta grind different. You gotta
Hmm.
you gotta do what others are not doing to get that shine,
Yeah.
to get your name out there.
Hmm.
And like knowing that you got that chance, do you ever think about like a dream team that you want to play, like what you would play for if you could pick? Do you know what team you will go for, or is it just like whoever pick me up?
It's whoever pick me up, because at the end of the day, I'm playing in the NFL because I want to get paid,
Yeah.
and that's been my lifelong dream, to be a professional athlete. So any team that what fits me, like fits my play style, and fits my strength, and that's willing to pay me, is the team that I want to play for. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I just don't want to go pay for. I'm from Indianapolis. I don't want to go play for the Colts because I'm from Indianapolis.
Right.
I want to play for the Colts because I know the Colts scheme and the coaches and what the organization as a whole stands for. I want that's the organization I want to play for.
All right. I feel it. I feel it. Well, like if football was to end for you today, what would you say you got out of it? Playing all them years that you played, what could you say football gave to your life?
I would say, number one, it got me friendships. It helped me find lifelong brothers. I've met, like, I played basketball my whole life, but the bond you have through football is just different. You know, I mean, it's more guys on the team, so you guys got a bigger group that you hang out
Yeah.
with, and then that's one thing I say I picked up from it. How to manage time. Um, you know, fight through things mentally, because at times when things aren't going right, you need to be mentally tough. To get through the things,
Yeah.
and I think football has taught me that. Like, I probably could have learned it doing something else, but football really, like, playing sports in general has taught me how to be
Yeah.
mentally tough, because you don't know, you just don't know, and then being able to adjust to things on the fly. Like, you may go into a game with this game plan, and then you got to be ready for change. You got to be able to adjust, and that's something that football has taught me.
Yeah, sports for sure gives you discipline.
Yep,
It gives you a
discipline.
lot
Yep.
of things. Because a lot of people don't know. They just look at it. Oh, they football players, they basketball players, they baseball players, any sport for real. In college, like, but they don't talk about how you got to manage class
Hmm.
on top of workouts, on top of practice,
Yep.
on top of all that. Like people don't really. really look into that, and they just think it not easy, but it's just they should be able to do it. Like they don't look at it like
You know.
he really is giving up this time and effort to be good at what he do and also keep his grades up
Hmm.
and be on time to everything. So yeah, sports do help.
And you got to make time to stay healthy too. Like
Yeah,
your body just is important. Like, and then even when you're not feeling like it, there's gonna like there's always times like I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like going to practice. Like my
right.
body hurts.
Yeah.
I got to get up and go. Like I can't just say like if it kind of feels like it feels like a job. Like
Mhm.
you may not be feeling good, you may not be feeling well, but you're gonna still get in and clock in and go
Yeah.
do that work.
And that
So
that's
yeah,
discipline.
yeah, discipline you up, staying true to it. So and then just not taking anything for granted.
Mhm.
Because someday, like you said, this game gonna end. If it ends to me, it can end for me tomorrow. It can end for me 17 years from now. I don't know when I'm gonna be done playing football, but I know it someday it's gonna end.
Yeah.
And you know, just making sure I don't take nothing for granted.
Right.
I make sure every down you play is a meaningful down. Every practice you go to, it's a meaningful practice. You're looking to get better. You're not going there to waste time.
Right.
Like you always working on your craft.
I
You know.
agree. I agree. I know. Big Mike, the football player, is what people know you as on campus on here at Finley. But other than football, outside of football, like what is your hobbies? Like what do you like to do on your free time or like when you get away from the sport to like clear your mind? Like what's some things that you do?
I mainly hop on 2K. Like I go on 2K and just play like I don't always play my career. I get on there and play like my GM or something like that, just to build my own team up and
Yeah.
get free agents and all that. I do stuff like that. Play the game. Hang out with the homeboys. Shoot, sometimes go to work when I when I,
Yeah.
when I can. You know, really just chill and just yeah, that's pretty much it. Play games, chill, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Okay. Uh so 2K. You said 2K.
Yeah.
Um what type of build you be working on?
Right now, this year, I made a power forward. Normally, like last year, I made a center, but I kind of felt like out of the loop in the game. I ain't like that. Like the center, he just too slow. Like he can't
Yeah.
do anything but just get rebounds and dunk. After a while, they get boring. Like I want to be able to, dribble a little bit. So I made a power forward this year. Originally, it was a two-way, three-level shot creator, but I nerfed him a little bit. Where his defense is a little better, but his offense is way better, and he's a three-level scorer now. So I got a three-level scorer.
So for all my 2K players that be watching this, I can get online, play Mike or something,
Yeah,
see what y'all can do
six
against
nine,
his
six
six
nine.
nine.
Hey, I thought about making one of them little Easter egg builds. Make like a I don't know, make like a Chef Curry build, or
Yeah,
I seen the Chef Curry, or I like the Answer build, the Iverson build,
yeah.
or Kobe. I make a Kobe build.
Okay, okay. So that yeah, 2K ain't bad. I play that too. Well, I'm more of a my career player because I like winning.
What's your build though?
Uh, two-way playmaker slasher something like that.
Okay, okay,
I just like dunking, shooting threes. That's all I do.
okay.
So yeah. So this season right now, see Finley 1-3 right now. I feel like it can be much better. Um, what do you think is like? How do you think the season has been so far overall? And like, what? How do you feel it will go for the remainder of the season? You think it'll start to turn around? Will it start to catch on to a flow, or like how you see it going?
I feel like at the start of the season, the start of the season, it's been kind of out of rhythm. Like, offensively, I feel like we haven't had a rhythm going. We didn't start getting a rhythm going as of these last two games. The first two games, it just feels sluggish, like things weren't working for us. Like the ball wasn't moving how we wanted it to move. So then we started getting limited in what we were doing, and the flow of our game was just off, especially in the second game. These last two games, we started to clean it up more, find out more about ourselves, and we're building a little bit more confidence, especially in the young guys who haven't played really any college football. Like they're still learning. We graduated a lot of seniors last year,
Yeah.
and a lot of their backups were just young guys who were probably either red shirting or probably saw the field probably about 15 snaps a game or something
Yeah.
like that, and not having that experience. Like it's game experience, but not having that true experience where you're the guy. Like it's different though.
Yeah.
It's different. It don't feel the same. It feels like you being thrown out there. It's basically like you never played. Like you never played
Right.
a game. Like you actually playing like real downs. Like you're not playing to just blow out games anymore. You playing in where we need you to go
Yeah.
contribute
In the thick of it.
in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go make us a play, go win us a game. And I feel like we're since we're so young, we're still learning and we're still growing as a team. And I expect the second half of the season to be a way much better half. I feel like you're gonna start seeing us click more, start seeing more big plays because we're figuring everything out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully the second half goes
It
great,
will.
which I think it will. And that'll be good for the organization because Finley's a overall is a winning school with athletics
Hmm.
because the President's Cup and all that. Talking about speaking on the younger people that you say, especially O line,
Hmm.
it's like you can come into college being good, but like you said, it takes reps because you being in the trenches like that, you got to have a certain strength,
Hmm.
a certain mindset, and you have to be really smart and know what you're seeing at the snap of a finger like that, and have to adjust quick. And
Hmm.
it's just like, so how do you, when a younger guys come to you like, oh Mike, what do I do when I see this, or what do I do when this happened? Like, how do you go about that? Is it like you take that on like a brick brother role, like, and you try to lead them in the right direction, or do you handle it like, bro, you gotta figure it out? Like, how do you handle that?
I can't yeah, I can't tell them like to figure it out because like they don't know because like they're so used to one. I would just tell them like I try to step in a big brother role, like you got to do this, but at the same time, like don't do too much because if you trying to do this and you haven't repped it enough, then you're gonna struggle. So just I tell them, just stick to what you know. If Coach Allen say, hey, stay square the whole time, like like do this when you're in your kick step, then do that. I can't like don't get caught in trying to do too much because then when you
Yeah,
start doing too much, like I can tell them like, hey, you need to do this. I can give you tips and pointers, like, hey, okay, when this happens, you need to do this. But as far as like certain looks, I say just stay. You gotta just keep listening to coach and just keep watching film and but mainly watch film. Like you watch film as a young guy and you mentally prepare going into the game. You already know what type of sets you need to take, how wide your run step needs to be in order to block this person, where your
yeah,
hand placement need to be. And I don't think they grasp onto that at a young age. But if they did, then it would help them a whole lot, man. They can get what I'm telling them from how I handle things, like from a veteran. They can
yeah.
get it. They can comprehend it a little more.
Okay. Something I ask all my guests, man. I always ask. I know you doing what you doing here and successful at it.
Hmm.
Like, who do you do it for? Like, who the people that motivate you other than yourself? Uh, who you want to make proud doing this?
I want to make my mom proud. Number one, my mom and my dad proud. My brothers. I mainly do it for the. I mean, they already gonna be proud of me no matter what I do.
Yeah,
But I mainly do it for like my younger cousins that maybe don't get to see me often, or and they don't have like too many people that are doing too many positive things, or they
yeah,
just don't see people doing positive things. If they see me doing it, then I can motivate them to want to be better.
mm,
I can motivate them to want to go out and go to college. Like some people just don't. I don't want to. I don't. I'm not going to go to college because I don't have people around me going to college. You become normal to it,
right,
and if they see me doing it, and they see me being successful, and they see what outcomes I get out of it, they'll go want to do the same thing. So yeah, I do a lot of it for the younger generation. I'm trying to keep on a legacy, trying to build a foundation, um, because I'm a role model in the family. Being older, anytime you got an older cousin, you want to be like big cuz
Yeah.
doing this. Like, you know how that feel when you got
Yeah.
that big cuz when he come around and they doing this, they doing big things, she doing big things. You like, dang, I want to be just like them.
Yeah.
It's a motivation thing. So that's what I just want to be there for motivation for the younger ones.
Yeah. I feel that for real,
You
cause
know,
going home, like, you got little cousins, even little brothers, little siblings, they all think you the best
hmm
athlete in the world. They
yep,
they they don't know nothing
yep,
different. They
yep.
My big cousin, he the best athlete in the
And
world.
and it hit me this summer too. One of my little cousins on my distant little cousins
Yeah.
on my grandfather's side. Um, he came up to me and he asked for my autograph, and I'm like my autograph,
Yeah.
like it just hit me different. Yeah,
You said it hit you different.
yeah, it
Like,
hit
yeah,
me
the
different.
autograph that one's tough.
Yeah, it hit me,
That
asked me
one's
for my
tough.
autograph, and I'm like, man, we family, man, we gonna get a picture in.
Yeah.
Like that's my family. I ain't gonna sign no autographs for my family. We gonna get pictures in, but it kind of was like, dang, like he looking up to me, like he like I ain't even made it yet, and like he got so much hope for me that I made it, and he wants to have this memory that, man, I met my big cousins made it to the NFL.
Yeah.
And it just made me happy, and then going back to my high school too,
Yeah.
doing it for my community, like we don't at my high school we don't have NFL players. I mean, we
Right.
have players that maybe touch the NFL practice squad, but like if I made a 53 man, it'll be like, man, we got to do it right here from Pike High School. He can't.
Yeah.
He walked right through these hallways and he made it too. Like he didn't go to no big school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It inspired those guys who, because my people from my high school don't get heavily recruited.
Right.
It inspired them as well too.
Yeah, that's good, man. Like, cause it's a lot of people out here that won't look at it like that. They
Yeah.
not, I wouldn't say be arrogant about it, but they won't really take it in a moment for what it is.
Yeah.
Like, some people don't know that people actually look up to you specifically
Yep.
and brag about you specifically.
Mhm.
Like, and I feel like you have to set the best example possible for that person with everything you do,
You do.
and you gotta let them know what it take and like how to do it because you've been there before,
Mhm.
while also still having fun with it and keeping it. And let me not say, because football, of course, is gonna get more stressful as it goes up,
Yep.
because you have a job to do. It
Mhm.
ain't always gonna be like Little League where everybody just out here running around having fun, or middle school where everybody just out here running around having fun. You actually have to do a job and do it right at a high level
Mhm.
consistently.
Consistently.
So that can build stress on its own, because if once you start messing up, then there's another person that, like you said, wants that's right behind you, that won't need that spot and want that spot.
Yep. They want it. They got
Yeah.
bills to pay. They got even in college, he want that scholarship.
Yep.
He tired of being in debt. He wants your spot. He tired of paying for school.
Yeah.
His people tired of paying for school. He want what you got. So they gonna keep doing. They gonna make sure they doing whatever they can to take your spot. So you gotta always keep working, always keep grinding. Like you ain't got a spot. Like you still grinding for that first spot.
Right.
Never get too comfortable.
Gotta have that dog, that hunger.
Yo.
Gotta have it.
Mhm.
5 years from now, man. 5 years. 2027.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself?
Um, I ain't really thought about it. I mean, 'cause I kind of live in the now a
Yeah.
little bit, but 5 years from now, I'm gonna have my masters. I'm currently in the process of getting that. I had that at least. Hopefully, 5 years from now, have me a family.
Yep.
I'm starting my family. If I don't make it to the NFL, I at least want to be a business owner.
Hmm.
Either I want to own my own logistics company, or I want to start my own male boutique that sells like clothes and shoes.
That ain't bad.
I want to do something
That
like that.
boutique.
Yeah, bring another one. Because we don't have too many in Indianapolis. I want to
Yeah.
bring another one to Indianapolis. I mean, we got Hang Time, but like we don't got to. But they don't. I don't like some of the clothes they sell in there
Yeah.
sometimes.
And that'll
You know.
most definitely be a great idea. Is like start your own business,
Mhm.
because once you do that, you get more opportunities, and you can give more opportunities to people.
No.
Because having your own business,
Mhm.
like for example, there's like you probably know some. I do. There's people who went to jail,
Mhm.
unfortunate situations,
Yep.
and they come out with certain things on their record and they
Yep.
can't get a job.
Mhm.
Starting your own business, you can give those people opportunity, their
Yep.
second opportunities in life, and it be genuine.
Yeah.
Actually trying to help them out and do that for them. And I feel like also with the like male boutique thing, that's just the fashion thing on the fast tip. Like I like that. I think indie needs more of that.
More of that. Yeah.
More of that. You can bring more stuff like that to it.
And another thing, you got a business that you can pass down. Like
Yeah.
that's my whole thing. Like giving somebody a house, is cool. They can sell the house, make some money off of it, one time, where they can rent it out, but then eventually you still gotta, you gotta be a landlord.
Yeah.
I mean, but being a business owner, man, you can always make money as long as you doing things to make the business improve and to stay on top. You can always make money with it, and if I got something like that to pass down to my kids, I feel like that's important to me, just as important as passing down, land. Like I look at all like the rich people, and they all got some. They all got portions of their business. They can, like stocks, like equity in companies
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That they can pass down to their kids, so their kids gonna eat forever.
Yeah.
And I want that for my kids as well.
So generational wealth.
Generational wealth. Yeah.
Big Mike said it first, man. Here, generational wealth. Man, I want to thank you for coming on the show, man. Great interviewee, um, great person, funny person, cracking jokes 24/7. If y'all, for y'all that do know him, but yeah, Big Mike, like I said again, thanks for coming
No
on
problem.
the show, man. It's an honor.
Yeah.